track just a little bit, make sure it's all set and ready for tonight's activities. And then we'll be getting into our dashes here soon. So one last chance to grab
from the snack shack, grab some water, something to nibble on, and then we'll be back to some green flag action here shortly.
Our first dash of the night, it'll be our Rbox racers hitting the track for our first dash of the evening. First things first, we sure do want to say thank you to all of you racers and family members, supporters and sponsors who came out to help support the Cannon River Rumble for 3 nights of short track, dirt track action here at the Cannon River Raceway. Friday night we had a lot of fun. Saturday night we had a lot of fun. We're going to top it off with a great Sunday evening portion of this 3-night festival. I want to remind you about the rest of the Cannon River Raceway schedule coming up. Of course, this Cannon River Rumble, midway through our 2024 schedule, we'll be back August 10th. August 10th for our next green flag action. We'll have 3 events in the month of August, starting with that August 10th event. Then we will have August 17th on our schedule and August 24th. Right now, though, our first 5-lap dash for cash are our Rbox racers rolling out onto the speedway for some green flag action. Starting lineup, we'll have the number 36 of Henry Junker on the pole. Junker out of Stanley, Wisconsin, will be setting the pace from the inside of the front row. Starting alongside of him on the outside of the front row will be the 19 of Owatonna, Minnesota's Jacob Demmel, racing with support this year from Lock and Excavating and Drainage, Century Pumping in Hayfield, Minnesota, Bulk Loads, B&M Trailers, amongst others. That's your front row. On the inside of row number 2, we'll have Boyd, Wisconsin's Levi Haas with the number 97. Finally make it out onto the speedway. And rounding out the 5 at Cart Field will be the 93 of Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin's Kate Knops. Knops racing this year, supported by Valley Properties, The Company, River Street Haulers, GetTheGrabber.com, and SK Realtors, amongst others. 5 carts, 5 laps, our first dash for cash of the Sunday evening portion of the Cannon River Rumble. Again, this will be a $25 race.
Start between the cones.
Junker and Demmel take the green flag and we bring them up to speed. Dash for cash number 1 underway. We go side by side into 1 and 2 in a battle for the lead. The 36 machine of Junker gets just a little loose in turn number 2. That allows the 19 of Demmel to squirt out front, take control of this race. Trouble in turn number 4 as the 90 goes around. And that's going to bring out our first caution flag of the night. Caution flag is out. Leaders bearing down on our spun cart in turn number 4. So we get a caution. We'll bring our group back up into the restart formation and prepare to turn them loose. Your race leader, the 19 of Jacob Demmel, out front. Compliments of a fast lap time of 14.793 seconds around the track in that opening circuit of the Cannon River Raceway. The 19 of Demmel will line up at the front of the pack.
The outside, 19, go to the outside, 36 up, 36 up to the inside, 36 to the inside, 36 to the inside.
Trying to get the 36 machine of Henry Junker up to the inside of the front row. So this will actually be a complete restart for our Rbox. That's a tough one. Our Rbox competitors, complete restart. So we'll get Junker back up to the inside of the front row with the 36. Demmel will be on the outside of the front row with the 19. Haas and Core in row number 2, and Kate Knops all alone at the tail end of the field. There, we've got everybody in the correct starting position.
It's probably just going to make it worse. Okay. All right, let's go.
All right, so we've got our carts in the correct restart formation. Again, this is not technically a restart. It'll be a complete start.
Complete restart, guys. Double up.
With Junker setting the pace from the pole. First attempt, Junker got a little loose in turn number 2, and that allowed the 19 of Demmel to sneak away with the early race lead. Green flag in the air. Our Rbox Dash for Cash back underway. This time, much better start by the 19 of Jacob Demmel. Demmel leads the field into turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Junker in the 36 slides up across the nose of the 97 machine of Levi Haas. Haas and Junker having a nice battle just behind our race leader, as once again we have the 99 of Jacob Core going around, this time in turn number 2. He's got that cart realigned, and we will stay green. Side-by-side battle for second and third as the 97 of Haas comes up alongside the 36 of Junker. Haas slides up the banking in turn number 4, loses all that momentum and the position that he had alongside the 36 of Junker. Junker, meanwhile, has reeled in the 19 of your race leader, Jacob Demmel. White flag is out. One more lap to go for our $25 dash for cash for our Rbox competitors. Single file into turn 3 in that battle for the lead. The 36 of Junker slides up the banking, and the 19 of Jacob Demmel picks up the dash for cash win. Demmel in the 19, going to pocket a $25 winner's payout as the victor of our Rbox Dash for Cash. Demmel Racing welcomes additional supporters to the 2024 season, and the likes of Elite Scoopers of Hayfield, Prestige Pets of Hayfield, Tony Plague Trucking, Nat's Family Farms. And just like that, we are ready for our next Dash for Cash, our Junior Wing Dash for Cash.
Junior Wing out on the track now. 5 racers in this Dash for Cash. Starting on the inside, or 4 racers on this Dash for Cash. Starting on the inside, 17 of Cal Haas out of Thorpe, Wisconsin. Outside row number 1, the 3J of Jonathan Pettit III. Brought to you by Gervais Wealth Management, Winona Tour Boat, Sport and Spine, Sliced, and Chrysler Winona. Inside of row number 2, the 44 of Reese Smith out of Stanley, Wisconsin. And rounding out the field, we have the 7C of Charlie Woolbeck out of Bertram, Minnesota. 4 racers, 5 laps in this dash. Green flag is out. We're Junior Wing Racing. The 3J of Pettit going to be your early race leader, but just as I say that, sliding off the track. It is going to draw our first yellow of this class. Again, now these racers are racing for a $50 gift card for Pro Kart. So, you know, they're going to be putting it all in for this. Later on this evening, they'll be racing for a little bit more. Winner's going to be finding $330 in their pocket. But right now, for this race that's out there, it's going to be a nice $50 gift card for Pro Kart. So we're going to get these carts all relined up. Hadn't completed a lap, so it is a full restart. Gonna give them the 1 to go this time around, and then we will be back to Junior Wing Racing. Racers all lined up on the back stretch. One last time into 3 under caution. And green flag is out. Once again, the 3J of Pettit going to be your early race leader. 17 of Haas looking down to the inside, though. And also make sure you don't count out the 44 of Smith right on their tail. Smith ducking low, looking to get on the inside of the 17. Going to push it high. Single file throughout the track. Nice little clump up front, though. Our top 3 racers, and a little bit of space back to the 7C of Woolbeck. Pettit, Haas, Smith, still your top 3. Pettit with about a half a second gap on the second place racer. But Haas slowly pulling it in, bringing the fastest lap time of the race in that last lap, running a 12.836 second lap. White flag is out, 1 more lap to go. Haas looks to the inside. Gonna try to make the pass in 1 and 2, side by side, coming out of 2. Haas is gonna make the pass stick on the back stretch. Checkered flag is out. 17 of Haas gonna be your race winner, taking home a cool $50 gift card to Pro Kart. Devastating second place for Pettit the third, however. Smith gonna round out your top 3.
Our third dash for cash in the first half portion of our Cannon River Rumble Sunday show will be our Junior 1 flat cart racers. Our dash for cash for the Junior 1 flat cart racers battling for $25 cash. We'll have 3 flat carts on the track. Front row will have the 21 of Ellendale, Minnesota's Isaac Demmer on the pole. Alongside of him on the outside of the front row, the 6 of Ethan Demmer, likewise out of Ellendale. And all alone in the second row will be Tomah, Wisconsin's Vincent Abbott with a 59. Green flag is in the air. Junior 1 flat cart dash for cash underway. 5 laps for our Junior 1 flat cart dash. Single file down the back straightaway. Demmer's out front with a 59 of Abbott rounding out the top 3. 21 machine of Isaac, your early race leader. Isaac going to lead lap number 1. The 6 of Ethan trying to stay with the race leader. Separation. 2 kart leaks down the back straightaway as they head into 3 and 4. Top 2 pulling away from the 59 of Abbott. Freight train around the Cannon River Raceway as our top 2 run smooth circuits right at the bottom of the banking at both ends of the speedway, and they are pulling away from a now distant third. Separation from first to second beginning to stretch just a bit now as the white flag is displayed to the 21 of Isaac Demmer. One final trip around the Cannon River Raceway. Isaac Demmer comes all alone out of turn number 4. Checkered flag is in the air. Isaac Demmer will pick up the dash for cash. Win. Ethan Demmer crossed the line in second. Vinny Abbott rounds out the top 3 with a third place finish in the 59.
All right, guys, wait in the infield till the next lap.
Next dash for cash will be our Junior 2-3 flat cart dash. $25 cash going home with our winner from the Junior 1 flat cart dash. $50 gift certificate to Pro Kart for the winner of the Junior 2-3 flat cart.
3 racers in this Junior 2-3 flat cart race. Starting off on the pole, we got the 56 of Allison Blazel out of Dorchester, Wisconsin. Next to her, we have the 76 of Carson Mish, brought to you by Midwest Motorsports out of Keeler, Wisconsin, and Yalby Inflatables from Potosi, Wisconsin. Rounding out the field, we got the 66 of Isaiah Hughes, Ridgeview Construction LLC, Shorty's Creation helping them out today. Green flag is out, but we already got a cart around. 76 of Mish taking a spin. Looks like we're not going to be drawing a yellow from that, though, so we're going to stay green. And just as I say it, the yellow flag flies. So we're going to bring them back to a caution here. Let them restart. Mish going around in 1 and 2. Thought we were going to get away with a green flag there. Going to bring it to yellow, get them all wrangled up again, and then we'll get back to some green flag action. Once again, 5 laps for this dash. Right now, these Junior 2-3 kart competitors are going to be racing for that $50 gift card to Pro Kart. And then just a reminder for these Junior 2-3 flat kart racers, these are going to be racers ages 12 to 15, more of an advanced flat kart class. Class is a little less restricted motor than Junior 1, which allows the drivers to use the equipment they have with some small mods. Green flag is out. We're back to 2-3 flat kart racing. Side by side going into 1 and 2, and we're going to go around again. All 3 racers caught up in this caution this time around.
Guys, going back to our original lineup.
Like I was saying right before we hit that green, you're going to start getting a little more competitive racing in here. We got some older racers in that 12 to 15 range, not quite their first time out there. So you're going to see a little more competition here. We're going to give them a chance to get all relined up again. Restart here, we're gonna have the 56 of Blazel once again on the pole, 76 of Mish to the outside, and the 66 of Hughes gonna round out the field. Green flag is out. Third time might be the charm. Single file going into 1 and 2. Little bumper to bumper action, but everyone makes it through. 56 of Blazel, your early race leader. Mish hot on her tail though. Mish looking to go low into the corners. Blazel's on it though. Nice nose to tail action. Single file throughout the field. Only 0.2 seconds separating our top 2 competitors. Seems to be just a few feet. Mish looking to the outside this time around. Doesn't quite let it stick, but it does allow the 66 of Hughes the chance to come up. Not going to be able to make the pass, though. White flag is out. 1 more lap to go for Blazel. One last time into 3 and 4. A checkered flag is out. Blazel gonna be your dash winner. And just like that, the 76 of Mish slides out, and 3 and 4 gonna get pushed back to 3rd. So we got Blazel taking the win. Hughes gonna end up 2nd, with Mish rounding out the top 3. Gonna win that $50 gift card for Pro Kart for the 56 of Blazel as we get on to our next class.
Next out on the track, going to be our 125 250 wing dash for cash. 125 250 wing dash for cash coming up next. Battling for another $50 gift certificate to Pro Kart. Hey, want to welcome all the folks viewing online with MBTV Sports. Free live streaming coverage on Facebook and YouTube. Welcome to Cannon River Raceway. Glad to have you along. Hope that you will be able to join us for a few more events through the 2024 season. Those of you watching online, this is the first season of green flag action at Cannon River Raceway. Dream that came to fruition at the end of the 2023 season. A lot of work in the off season early this year. Cannon River Rumble has been a 3-day event this weekend. Green flag is out for our 125 250 dash for cash. Brexton Platt started this one from the point on the 13B. Alongside of Brexton was Jackson Helland, and bringing up the rear, the 311 of Jamison Shore. Gonna be a restart. Brexton Platts racing out of Mason City, Iowa. Jackson Helen from Cadott, Wisconsin, racing with support this year from Property Shop Realty. Road Dogs Motorcycle Club Eau Claire chapter, Signature Metals, Shilka Flooring, JSK Photography, amongst others. And Jamison Shore in the 311 racing this year with support from DTR, the Patriots Den, not just a dinner cafe, not just a diner cafe, my bad there, Gold Standard chassis, but as Brexton Platts on the point, putting the hammer down as the green flag flies. And again, our 125 250 wing dash for cash underway. 311 of Shore a bit loose in turn number 2. Nice save by Jamison, our top 2. Rocket away as they complete lap number 1. Brexton Platt coming off a strong run last night, currently leading the dash for cash. The 2.0 of Jackson Helland holding on to the number 2 position. Separation from first to second opens just a bit as they head down the back stretch around turns 3 and 4, back down to the start-finish slide to complete another lap. White flag is out for Brexton Platts. Final trip around the Cannon River Raceway for the 13B out of Mason City, Iowa. Checkered flag is in the air. Platts with the win. Brexton Platts wins that $50 gift certificate to be used at Pro Kart. If you're looking for some adrenaline powered fun, check out Pro Kart. Glad to have them along for the 2024 season here at here at Cannon River Raceway. Slingshot's about ready to roll out onto the track.
Yeah, can you put the tires back up for Sportsman? I love it. 125 250 wing dash for cash. 125 250 wing dash for cash coming up next. Battling for another $50 gift certificate to Pro Kart. Hey, want to welcome all the folks viewing online with MBTV Sports. Free live streaming coverage on Facebook and YouTube. Welcome to Cannon River Raceway.
3 racers in this Slingshot dash today. Starting off on the pole, we got the 19 of Jacob Demmel, sponsored by Lock-in Excavation and Drainage, Century Pumping of Hayfield, Demmel Logistics, George's of Geneva. Outside of him, we got the 88 of Cashton Kaler from Rolling Stone, Minnesota, sponsored by Ultra AVS, Ounce Lifting Products, and Soldberg Design Concepts. Then rounding out the field today, we got the 21 of Isaac Demmer out of Ellendale, Minnesota. 3 racers, 5 laps for this dash for cash. These racers today are going to be running for a $25 cold hard cash during this dash. $25 about to line the pockets of whoever takes the first checkered flag here in this class. Green flag is out, and we're Slingshot racing. 19 of Demmel going to take the early lead. Kaler right behind him, but just like that, the 21 of Demmer going to take over that second place spot. Got his eyes set on the 19 of Demmel. Nice little battles for second and third going on there between Demmer and Kaler. In the meantime, though, the 19 of Demmel going to be taking away the lead. Pulling away from second and third place. Don't count out that little battle for second and third, though. Nice little battle at the back of the pack. Demmel coming out of 4, going to take your white flag. One more lap to go for Demmel. In through 3 and 4 one last time. Checkered flag is out. Demmel going to take your Slingshot dash for cash win. The 21 of Isaac Demmer going to hold on to second as the 88 of Cashton Kaler slides into the infield coming out of 2. Demmel, sponsored by Dylan Turk Custom Balling and Trucking, Matt Demmel Trucking, Nats Family Farms of Waltham, Minnesota, Tony Plague Trucking. Gonna get a $25 cash win off this dash.
Take a moment to get the 88 Slingshot up off the windrow, separating the racing surface from the infield. There, we've got him cleared out. Give him an opportunity to pull away from the scene of the incident there in turn number 2. Next dash going to be our intermediate wing. Dash for cash, battling for a $50 gift certificate to be used at Procart. Big thank you to the fine folks at Procart Indoor Racing for joining us here at Cannon River Raceway and bringing those certificates along for these competitors who are battling through these dashes for cash. Starting lineup, we'll have Abigail Blazel from Dorchester, Wisconsin, setting the pace from the pole inside of the front row with that bright yellow number 29 machine. Alongside Abigail will be Stanley, Wisconsin's Reese Smith with the 44. And rounding out this 3-cart intermediate wing dash for cash will be Allison Blazel from Dorchester with the 56. Fun fact for you, Reese Smith starting on the outside of the front row, current point leader in the regular season standings here at Cannon River Raceway. Green flag is in the air. Blazel and Smith will battle side by side down into turn number 1. Smith on the outside, Blazel on the inside. Rub tires in turn number 2, and the 29 of Abigail Blazel is your race leader. But they do a crossover in 3 and 4. Smith down to the inside now. Smith going to power out of turn number 2 and lead the duo down the backstretch as this 2-cart battle for the lead rages on with a 56 of Allison Blazel giving chase in third. Now that Smith has got open track, Reese trying to pull away from pole sitter and early race leader Abigail Blazel. Allison Blazel going to call it a night. Allison down into the infield. Abigail still running second. White flag is out for Reese Smith. One more lap to go for the 44 machine. Final trip down the backstretch to the west end of the Cannon River Raceway. Coming out of the west, headed to the east, Reese Smith sees the checkered flag, and Reese Smith will pick up the dash win and the $50 gift certificate to be used at ProKart. One more dash to go, and that will be our Sportsman flat kart dash, which will be a 6-lap dance for the winner's share.
Six racers, 6 laps for this final dash for cash of the afternoon. Starting off on the pole, sponsored by Firestone Complete Auto Care. We got the 19 of Tom Gillis out of Northfield, Minnesota. Outside row number 1, the 88 of Ira Webb from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Inside row number 2, the 17T of Travis Underdahl, sponsored by Phil Carlson Custom Woodcraft, Power Lift by French's, Demo Logistics, and MCI Paint and Drywall. Outside of row number 2, the 555 of Matt Volchek out of Hudson, Wisconsin. Inside row number 3, Trayton Volchek out of Rock Falls, Wisconsin, racing the R&R Repair, Waiting Room, Global Technical Solutions 55. And rounding out the field, we have the 18 of Mike Pedersen out of Faribault, Minnesota. 6 racers, 6 laps. Green flag is out for our Sportsman flat kart dash. Side-by-side battles throughout the field. Early advantage, though, is going to go to the 19 of Gillis, leading it into the backstretch. Gillis, Webb, your top 2, but Webb's got some company inside of him. It looks like the 17T of Underdahl, I believe. And just like that, Webb's going to go around, take a few competitors with him. Yellow flag is going to come out. Had a little bumping and banging there in 4. Got our carts a little sideways, had a few avoidance spins as well. 88 of Webb, though, going to come to a stop on the front stretch. Seems to have stalled his cart. So we're going to get our carts all lined up, back together, get Webb all started up there, and then we'll be back to some green flag action.
All right, drivers lineup will be 19, 17, 55, 555,
Gonna get our racers all relined up here and ready to go for our restart. And it looks like the 88 of Webb is gonna call it for this race. He will now be out of the dash. Couldn't get things started back up. So starting off in the front is gonna be the 19 of Gillis. Right behind him, we've got the 17T of Underdahl, Trayton Volchek, 555 of Matt Volchek, and the 18 of Mike Pedersen rounding out your field as we get this restarted. Had to get the 88 of Ira Webb off the track, so we're going to give our racers the 1 to go sign, meaning this time around, next time we will be green flag flying. Green flag is out. We're back to Sportsman flat kart racing. 19 of Gillis still going to be your early race leader, but we've got a whole swarm of competitors right behind him. Single file onto the backstretch. Gillis is still leading. The 17T of Underdahl hot on his tail. Underdahl going to go down low onto the inside, take that spot away from him. We have a new race leader, but just like that, he's going to get spun around going out of 2. Caution is going to come out once again. Underdahl was able to get underneath Gillis, but unfortunately wasn't able to make it stick. Underdahl, sponsored by Sorensen's Appliance Service, MCI Paint and Drywall, Demo Logistics, and Phil Carlson Custom Woodcraft. Underdahl able to get it refired. He's coming back up from the back. Looks like the other cart that got collected was the 18, Firestone Complete Auto Care's very own Mike Pedersen out of Faribault, Minnesota. 2 carts collected in that little scuffle there coming out of 2. We got our carts all situated back in racing order. Even though it was the 17T of Underdahl that went around, he had some helping hands from the 19 of Gillis, so we're sending him to the back of the pack for this restart. So we got Underdahl and the 55 of Lechek, your top 2 racers. Green flag is out. Underdahl putting the pedal to the metal, gonna start pulling away from the pack. Don't count out the 55 of Lechek though. Single file throughout the field. Underdahl, Trayton Velchek and Matt Velchek, 1, 2, 3. Before we get back to the 18 of Pedersen and the 19 of Gillis, Underdahl's got some company. Trayton Velchek hot on his tail. Matt Velchek right behind them. And just like that, Trayton Velchek's gonna slide up into the wall. Gets pushed back to 3rd. Matt Velchek's moving up to 2nd. White flag is out. 1 more lap to go for Underdahl. Underdahl, Velchek, Pedersen, Gillis, your 5 racers. But checkered flag is out. Underdahl gonna take your Sportsman flat cart dash for cash win. Underdahl, sponsored by Sorensen's Appliance Service, MCI Paint and Drywall, Matt Demmel Trucking, Demo Logistics, Power Lift by French's, and Phil Carlson Custom Woodcraft. Gonna take home a $50 gift card for Pro Kart this afternoon. And just like that, we've completed our dash for cashes of the day. We're gonna be doing a quick intermission, so this will be the perfect time to head on down to the snack shack, get some food in your stomachs, maybe a nice cold beverage to cool you off on this warm afternoon before we get back to some feature racing here this evening. As a reminder, Cannon River Raceway brought to you by Matt Demmel Trucking, our Victory Lane sponsor, Midwest Machinery, The Heating Dude, Jordan Graphics out of New Richmond, Wisconsin, Gillis Lawn and Tree Care, Cannon Custom Tank Wash, Midwest Food and Tobacco, Wheeling Electric, and Cannon Cruisers Car Club. Like I said, quick intermission here for you guys. Gonna get things all situated for feature racing tonight, so head on down to the snack shack, take a nice restroom break, get some liquids in you to cool you off, and we will be back to feature racing here soon.